growing up, I always had to like prove my blackness. So it's like I wasn't a certain shade. Like I will always have to, explain why I talk a certain way, why I dress a certain way. And, people always ask me, like, question me, basically like questioning my blackness, and I let that get into my head. Like I let people's thoughts on my identity get into my head. And it affected me. That's what really created that identity crisis. It really set that split. Because if I wasn't a certain shade, or if I didn't look how they expected black to look, then it's like I wasn't black to them. And these was like my own people. So it's like my own people was counting me out. So growing up with that, that's really where it started. Like always having to prove myself, like proving it constantly, like every day. And I went to pretty much all black schools like my whole life. So ever since I was little, I was introduced to that identity crisis at a young age. Eventually it got to a point where I stayed at a school long enough for people to know me, so I didn't have to constantly prove it every single day. But it would come points where I would still get tried and tested on that.